Good evening, everyone. I'm Jay Venata, and today I'm presenting on behalf of Team Rain for our Markstrat simulation in Business 5133 at TWU. Also in the group are Christy Clenard, Lubna Nizam, Cody Robinson, and Shelley Smith. As far as our outline goes, we'll first talk about our overall firm performance, financial performance, our different brands we had, how we segmented and targeted the different markets, our distribution channels and commercial team, how we promoted our three products, and also the lessons learned. Team Rain was a top sonite producer in the world of Markstrat. Four products were made available throughout the 6 periods: Rock, Roll, Rock 2, and Rain. Although Roll was highly regarded by the high earner and professional segments, we decided to discontinue production and remove it from our portfolio in period 3 for two main reasons. One, its price point was too high for the market, and secondly, its high production costs were unsustainable at the current level of demand. In period 0, we made the strategic decision to borrow $5 million for two R&D projects and to increase our commercial team size in order to raise brand awareness. Rock 2 and Ring quickly became the #1 and #2 selling products in the marketplace. A targeted advertising campaign resulted in an ever-increasing demand for our products, and our share price increased by 430%. Next, our financial performance. Rain's financial performance earned the team first place during the simulation. This table shows the evolution of Team Rain's financial results, as well as cumulative results from period 0 through period 6. We had positive earnings each period, and even though period 3 earnings did decrease slightly from period 2, this decrease was expected due to exceptional costs associated with discontinuing the brand Roll and increasing commercial team costs. In periods 4, 5, and 6, we concentrated resources on targeted advertising, media, and production. The increased advertising helped catapult retail sales exponentially, achieving a total market value share of 38.6%, while the increased production through economies of scale helped lower our average transfer cost and cost per unit sold. Our cumulative brand contribution after marketing was $264 million. Brand performance on Rock. Team Rain was very proud of our Rock brand, as it was one of our 2 original sonite brands to enter the marketplace. This premium price brand targeted the professional and high earner market segments. Even though it had numerous challenges, it continued to perform well through the end of the simulation. Rock helped generate the revenue necessary to propel us through the initial challenges during the first few periods until we could gain proper market share for our newly launched Rock 2 and Ring brands. Rock is an example of how you can have 2 successful products targeting the same market segments and remain the market leader. One notable achievement with this product was our ability to reduce marketing costs and still nearly sell out of inventory in period 6. By the end of period 6, Rock was the high earner's #1 brand choice. Team Rain built upon Rock's brand awareness and excellent reputation in its development of Rock 2. We knew we had a great product and wanted to make it better while providing the market all the power and the features they wanted. During period 0, our team took out a loan and launched an R&D project targeting the professional segment and named it Rock 2. We sought to match the ideal values of this segment, and the results greatly exceeded our expectations. The new design was based on the professional's ideal attributes in nearly every aspect. During period 6, we sold 342,000 units. and dominated the entire professional segment. In fact, Rock 2 was so popular that despite a large production increase in period 5, we were unable to fulfill all market demand for this product. Sales occurred primarily in specialty stores. However, sales were also strong online and in mass merchandising channels. Brand ring. At the beginning of the simulation, our team decided that in order to remain competitive in the future, we needed to create a brand that would appeal to the growing shopper segment, that would also appeal to a small portion of the saver segment. We did not, however, want to sacrifice our reputation as a premier provider of high-quality, full-featured products. We asked our R&D department to create a new brand called Ring that was based on the perfect balance between shopper ideal attributes and a lower average cost per unit than other brands in our portfolio. Ring's introduction to the market exceeded our expectations and sold an incredible 328,000 units during period 6, almost selling out. Our loyal customers catapulted our company's sales up to 39% of the total market share. Rock was a premium brand priced to target professional and high earner segments. It had a very strong start and remained profitable throughout the simulation. Rock 2 was launched in period 2 and immediately had a positive impact on our financials. Rock 2 was created to target the ideal values of the professional segment. Ring was also launched in period 2 and was based on the ideal values of the shopper segment. Team Rain relied heavily upon its analysis of the semantic scales by market segment. We then focused our advertising dollars on raising brand awareness and influencing future consumer purchase intentions by emphasizing the ideal values of each targeted market segment. Utilizing perceptual mapping, we were able to change brand perceptions related to economy, performance, and convenience. For example, if our target market perceived the brand price as too high, we focused our advertising on promoting value and quality, influencing brand perceptions and affordability. Distribution channels and commercial team. Team Rain understood that the commercial team was a vitally important component in the distribution chain. We wanted a strong presence in specialty stores, mass merchandising, and online store channels. We did not have the largest commercial team compared to our competitors. However, we strategically placed our resources in those stores where our loyal customer base made its purchases. Convenience was a motivating factor for customers when purchasing Sonite products. Therefore, our strategic team decisions were based on competitive commercial team size estimates and consumer shopping habits by channel. Since a Markstrat environment allowed for the reallocation of commercial team resources without cost or penalty across the various distribution channels, we decided to invest heavily in our commercial team early in period 1. This was a substantial investment, more than doubling the size of our commercial team. In period 2, we decreased our commercial team slightly in order to stay within budget. The initial decision to sell 4 products spread the sales team very thin and was one of the determining factors in our decision to discontinue the production of roll. For example, the removal of roll from our portfolio in period 3 allowed the redistribution of commercial team to the remaining 3 brands. In periods 4 and 5, we observed that our online sales continued to rise and decided to increase headcount, targeting the consumer groups most interested in online purchasing. This decision paid off, and we saw the online sales increase dramatically. When promotion and advertising. When pricing our brands, we took into consideration the average channel promotions in our internal advertising budget. We wanted a win-win scenario for both our bottom line and the bottom line of our direct customers. Specialty stores expected to make a 40% margin on sales to end user. Mass merchandisers and online stores expected a 30% profit margin. In addition, the mass merchandisers and online stores usually marked down the suggested retail price by 10% and 5% respectively. Analyzing these inputs helped us set our average selling price based on what the market could accommodate. As you will notice in this slide, we are able to keep our advertising costs below 10% of revenues in each period. Our focused advertising approach helped earn Rain a total share of 39% in period 6. Note that most of our competitors spend a higher percentage of revenues on advertising than our company. Spending more does not necessarily equal increased market share. It is how and where the money is spent that makes advertising successful. Lessons learned. Hindsight is 2020. Looking back, Team Rain should have more clearly defined our customer base and allocated additional advertising dollars to specialty stores. Initially, we tried to market in all distribution channels in nearly all segments. We later realized we needed to double down on our core brand attributes and market those strengths to the right segments. We are then better able to accurately predict future consumer wants and needs and market our 2 new brands to the appropriate market segments based on their ideal values. Unfortunately, we underestimated demand and lost sales to our competitors due to inadequate product availability and stockouts. We attempted to keep 4 brands active within our portfolio and consequently had budgetary issues. This led in part to the decision to discontinue brand Roll. Period 1's success was due in part to the decision to take a loan in period 0. The increased cash flow assisted with R&D and the growth of our commercial team. We also realized the importance of monitoring inflationary projections, relying on sales forecast reports. We were not afraid to price our products higher than most of the competition, as we did not want to leave any money on the table. Finally, it cannot be stressed enough that targeted advertising was the key to our success. The Markstrat simulation was a challenging and exciting way to learn about many aspects of marketing. We wish all future teams success. Thank you.